The Surfer probably goes right about.
This is the greatest trailer ever released.
At number one, The Surfer.
The Surfer for Best Picture.
Here it comes. And my eyes see
The Surfer.
yes.
Oh boy. Oh boy. $3.5 million budget, some 16 millimeter film stock thrown in, and I'm holding one of these. I have got to thank the members of the Academy for this, for including me in this group of super talents.
And I also must remind you to like, comment, and subscribe to the
We were right. What's up, everyone? We are the Film Minors, as you may know, or you might not know, because this might be the first time you're seeing us. But anyway, welcome to the channel.
Hello.
Yesterday, we had the absolute pleasure of watching The Surfer, starring Nicolas Cage.
This will be a spoiler-free review, so if you have any plans on going to watch The Surfer,
Which you should.
which you will after this video, you can watch this video because there will be no spoilers. And you're also going to give it a like and a subscribe. You're going to give it a like and a subscribe.
You're going to give it a like and a subscribe, and you're also
And a
going to
comment.
leave a comment to feed the algorithm. Have you ever wanted to watch Nicolas Cage get bullied for 90 minutes straight?
Yeah.
Well, now's your opportunity. The Surfer is officially out. And of course, I mean, if you saw the trailer, you knew this was going to be absolute peak. And it was. It just was. There's just no debating.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to deny Nicolas Cage. He is a force to be reckoned with. It's a very physical performance. You know, he went through trials and tribulations to get this movie on the big screen so that you can go watch it. I saw it on a big D theater, so I think you should.
Sorry,
too.
what?
You haven't heard of Big D?
You hopped on what? On what? To see this movie? Wait, I missed something there. What
I
did you
didn't
say?
say anything about hopping on nothing. But yeah, just to explain, there's IMAX, there's Dolby, and then quickly after there is Big D, which is a more popular kind of theater experience up here in the north.
Oh, we got a yank. We got a yank in our fist.
Speaking of Big D, Nicolas Cage.
Bro, yes. Now, great transition. To give you a quick synopsis, Nick Cage visits a beach that he grew up in, or grew up on. The locals there are not very friendly towards him, and they proceed to bully him for pretty much the whole movie, and it's quite entertaining.
Yeah.
And it's actually psychotic. This movie literally takes place at one location. I mean, I guess technically, what would you say, two or one? It's kind of two.
It's basically the beach and the parking lot.
But the movie does a super good job of staying entertaining, even though it is just one location. They do a really good job of using B-roll. It's eerie and it's weird. And I think you said something about it. It's like, it feels like a nature documentary at times.
Yeah, it seems
but
like...
it works. It works well.
I think one of the main appeals for this movie is the cinematography because, as Logan was mentioning, there's a lot of great like wide shots and kind of shots of nature and things that kind of build an atmosphere. And a lot of what sells the movie is kind of Nicolas Cage being at this beach and just things happening to him that aren't good, and they're kind of driving him up the wall and the sun's beating down on him the whole time. I think the cinematography does a really good job of kind of setting the landscape for that and putting you in that world, or at least that beach.
You feel the heat whenever you're watching it. Like there's visible heat rays.
Well, if you watch it in a big D theater, it is super hot and it's super atmospheric.
Man, shut your...
So I got to give a shout out to Omni-Man, who is the villain of this movie, because he does a great job. We got Australian Omni-Man, and honestly, do you know what the actor's name is?
Well, he's Dr. Doom in the 2 masterpiece Fantastic Four movies.
Are you serious? Wait,
yes.
I have to look this up.
But no, Omni-Man was really good. And what you have to go... What the freak, Mike? Yeah, one of the big things about going into this movie is you can't go into it and be like, and just take it at, I guess, face value, because these are over the top performances. Like Omni-Man, he has a really like corny performance, but it's a comedy first and foremost. So you can't go into it and be like, this guy's bad at acting, because like it's definitely on purpose. And Nick Cage is just doing Nick Cage.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but he's doing it really well. And like very rarely I get into the Nick Cageisms, I guess. But this time it felt like this movie needed the Nick Cageisms to like really flourish, if that made sense.
So yeah, I'll be the first to throw in a couple of negative Nancy nuggets in there, whatever that means.
Andrew's negative Nancy Nuggets.
What?
I just came up with it, so trademark. You have to give it time. So it's weird because you watch the movie and you're like, this isn't really a slow burn, but then it kind of is. And that's not even pun intended, because he's slowly getting burned, kind of. Like, you have to give it more than 30 minutes. So it takes a little bit to get into kind of the meat of what they're really going for, but once it kicks in, then you'll kind of know when it does.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You need to stick with it, and the payoff, I would say, is certainly worth it.
I mean, I will say... So this definitely is like a low-budget B movie, but in a good way. Like, this could I could see this having a cult following in like 20 years. But I can also see people walking out of theater for this movie just because it's not their thing, which is fine, because it's very much you like this kind of thing, you'll love it. You don't like this kind of thing, you will absolutely hate it. So I will say the main mystery at the center of the story is really engaging, and it was enough to keep me interested throughout the entire time. Even if scene by scene I wasn't, at least early on, scene by scene I wasn't totally on board. There is kind of a thing, like a question in the movie where you're like, okay, I need to see that answered.
That was kind of weird. If you made it this far in the video, comment Surfer for Best Picture down below.
Yes, Surfer for Best Picture, and then go do that in our other video.
Thank you guys for watching. We had to make a review on this because we figured that not a lot of people would talk about this movie, and this movie deserves to have some light in the shadow of the Colossus of freaking, what the frick is it called? Thunderbolts asterisk.
Yes!
Remember, keep majoring in goofs and minoring in film, even if you're out of college already.
See you next time.
Thank you for tuning into TheFilmMinors.
I am Paul Bondi, the trainee, dude of the rocket.
Remember to follow us on social media. Links are in the description.
I would have gone to get to the end. People need hope to know
leap of faith.
He was in the Amazon with my mom.
Konnichiwa.